Yeah.
Oh
Anything
man.
goes there, you know? Anything
Yeah.
goes.
Well, now, I mean, like you're saying, Polyphia and other groups where it's like guitar is getting redefined.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be, and that's the fun of like finding these videos or people make suggestions about these bands, and then I watch them and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like when the first Polyphia song I saw, and saw that guy Tim,
Tim
guitar
Henson.
player, Tim
Yeah.
Henson, doing what he did. I was like, this is completely, I don't even know what the hell he's doing. I'm like, with the
Yeah.
harmonics and all the other stuff that he integrates in it,
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
whole nother technique. He was not coming from the school of Van Halen playing. He was coming
Right.
from a completely different approach.
Yeah.
Some Japanese artists, Japanese guitar players are doing that. They've been doing that for a while too. That
Yeah. It's a very different. No, you're right. It is because I've gone through phases of like um I suppose I kind of grew up I kind of grew up on like the metal and like when I was going to secondary school and everything, it was very much I was it was like one of my first bands actually. Again, I was playing bass and it was like a metal band and we were all super into death metal and we were already checking out guys like Tosin Abasi at the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
He was like um he's been doing the thumping thing, like
yeah,
experimenting with it
yeah,
for a while, for a good
yeah,
for a while now,
yeah,
and it's been picking up. So that's like where we came from, and
yeah.
I've had and enough phases. I almost had to like playing with because I've had the fortune to play with musicians maybe like 10 years older than me, so they had like a
Hmm.
different culture and I got to like
Right.
learn from them. So I went through phases of getting into like 70s like prog or like
Mm.
80s rock and stuff like that.
Right.
And it is true, it is kind of like from a different angle. It's like perhaps you could say I sort of grew up on the whole sort of the riff era.
Mm.
It was very much not that there weren't riffs, but it was like very much like the low sort of tuned riff stuff,
Right.
I suppose. You
Right.
know, that's because that's where that world is from, and making the
Yeah.
riffs as intricate as possible.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you don't
Oh
have to
yeah.
have a melody on top,
Hmm.
or you can save the tune for later.
Right.
Um,
Right.
because like for example, if I talk to my dad about music, my dad's like he's all about it's all about the melodies, about the tune, man.
Yep.
That's what it's about, you
Yep.
know.
He comes from
And
my
then
era. Yeah. I
yeah,
get it.
and then
He's a great guitar player. I saw a clip of him
oh,
and
did you?
his group. Yep, on
Yeah,
acoustic guitar.
yeah,
Yeah, man, he's great.
yeah. He
Excellent
is good.
musician. Yeah.
Yeah, he is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's funny just because it's like, everything is on the internet. I mean, it's easy to search stuff, man. It's like I
yeah,
find stuff that I'm just like, here's his dad. I'm like, check out
yeah.
his dad's
Right.
shredding, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. So how
Yeah.
did you get involved with the Ken Sato experience? Is that how you pronounce it? Sato or
Yeah, Ken Sato. Yeah, that's a weird one. I think Ken Sato is like very old friend of my parents because my parents
oh
as we spoke about the other day, I was born in Japan and
yes.
my parents worked, they were like session musicians in Japan, and Ken Sato is like an old dear friend of theirs. And I don't know how it happened. I think I think he contacted me and I don't know why. And it wasn't through my parents.
Oh
I
wow.
know that you'd expect the story to be my
Yeah.
parents would be like, "Oh, you should check him out." They didn't. They
Yeah.
actually didn't do that.
Oh man.
Uh, I don't know how. I think we were just like friends on Facebook. Suppose already.
Wow.
I was already sort of following his you know, the Ken Sato experience,
Yeah.
and he sent me a message, and it was really sweet actually. I think he asked what I was up to,
Mhm.
and I showed him my sort of the music I was releasing at the time,
Yeah.
and he just sent like a really sweet thing. He was like, oh, he said, I'm almost crying because, like 20 years later,
Oh,
you're doing music that, like
oh,
this.
that's
And
so
yeah,
sweet,
because
man.
he knows me from when I was, yeah,
A kid, yeah.
a baby, basically. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's
that was
awesome.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he
that.
asked me to sing on a song, and yeah, there you go.
How many tunes did you do with him?
um, oh fuck, two? Oh yeah, we've done two, and there's I think there's a third one that he's been keeping in
'Cause I
there.
know he's got some
I've
original stuff because he did the reimagined covers thing also, but
yeah,
then there's original stuff too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Did you sing on his original stuff?
yeah. There's like an original one I sang on. I didn't write the melody, but I did the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
I'd like a guy, I'd like a voice memo of a guy going, da, 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 like think, and then um yeah, I we did that during the pandemic time.
Oh, right, because you were doing it from your location.
Yeah,
You were
exactly.
oh, yeah, because you were not in the
Yeah,
same room with those guys. That stuff
yeah,
was
exactly.
great, man. I
Yeah,
loved it. I loved the video that I reacted to, Vogue, right? Vogue.
yeah, Vogue.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That was phenomenal.
yeah.
I mean,
Thanks. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah,
because
that's cool.
huge fan of those guys, and
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
and so anytime I hear somebody take a pop song and reimagine it like that, in that way, it's
yes,
slamming. It's just
yeah.
the track is absolutely slamming. It sounds so good. And man, you put the fire in it too, which is totally fun to hear
Yeah,
you.
that was really fun to do. I remember I sent him what I did, and he's like, I'm liking this rock vibe.
Yeah.
Like his
I
English
love
is
it.
kind of limited,
I love it.
he's super sweet guy. He wasn't. I don't think
Yeah.
he was expecting like the sort of the
Yeah.
rocky
Right.
type singing. But yeah, I think I was pleased with that. I
Yeah,
was
he
really
seems
pleased
like
with how that came out.
he seems like a really sweet guy. He sent me a couple of messages on the video,
Oh,
saying,
great,
"Hey, check this out too." And I'm like, "I really appreciate, you doing this and everything. And check out. I'm definitely going to play more of his stuff on the channel because I freaking loved
awesome,
it. I loved it. So
awesome. Yeah,
we'll see more of that. Yeah, but he's really, really nice. I always appreciate when the artist reaches out, and I'm always surprised too, because I never expect it. And sometimes I'm really surprised by the artists that do respond and make comments, because I'm like, you saw it,
right,
Not only
right.
did you see it, but you're commenting, that you enjoyed it or you liked it. I mean, that it always floors me, because like a lot of the artists have contacted me, which is very surprising and not something that I anticipated when I started doing this, was to be
Yeah.
able to actually make connections with the artists. So
Oh, yeah,
it's a lot of fun, man.
yeah. That's
Um,
awesome. That's really
so
good.
so now,
Yeah,
like,
well, it's so genuine. I think, yeah, I think,
yeah,
credit's where it's due. You're doing
yeah,
very, very genuine. You're being very authentic,
no,
with your reactions, and I think everyone can tell that
I
it's from a good
appreciate that.
place. It's from a good place.
I appreciate
So,
that, man.
yeah.
I know, sometimes I'll get comments, the trolls will come.
Oh yeah, fuck.
This guy's gushy, gushes too much. Or
Oh,
or clean up on aisle 3, man, with the tears or some shit. Fucking it, dude. I get stuff. Not a lot, because I think most people
Mm,
appreciate and understand what I'm doing, but there are
yeah,
people that just feel uncomfortable with the public showing of emotion from a
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah,
But
right.
I'm an artist, dude. I'm a musician. I mean, I'm all emotion, man.
Exactly.
That's just that's me,
And
and
what's wrong with doing that? Since when? Oh, anyway.
Yeah,
They
I
say
mean,
men aren't supposed to be emotional. Yet, you know, the most stereotypical thing is for a man to get angry at another one and beat the crap out of him if he gets offended. So, you know,
exactly.
in a way, you kind of want to do it for yourself or your own gratification. So you don't want to
Yeah.
be like too much at mercy
Yeah.
at the feedback or the audience. But you need, I mean, you kind of need you kind of thrive as well at the same
Yeah.
time on the feedback and people enjoying it. And
It don't hurt.
yeah, it doesn't hurt for sure. Yeah. And I mean, I actually shared the in a very like blasé kind of way. I just put it on my Facebook because I was just like, okay, I've done it, you know, this is
Yeah.
it. And you know, and I have some like enthusiasts, which is nice, who are very encouraging.
Mhm.
But then I shared your reaction, and then it just got like everyone got really stoked about it because, and I think this
Great.
yeah, which is really awesome. And I don't know what it is. It's first of all, reactions are quite fun to watch as well because
Mm.
it's like you're participating. You're not a.
Yeah.
It's a. You get to join in on someone else,
Right.
or someone you don't. It's like a. It's like
Yeah.
a almost like a friend, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
friend online.
Totally.
Um, um, yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of things going around on the internet as well, and to get someone to listen to your new song if
Mhm.
it's not presented
Mm.
the right way, or
Mm.
you know, or yes, sometimes it's just I don't know, people won't have the time for it. But
Yeah.
having said that, though, you know, it's kind of it's that's why it's nice to do things that to try and do things that will stand the test of time, because
Yeah.
obviously we're all human and we do something that we spend hours on and we kind of want like a
Mm.
instant feedback. It's just like, okay, where's my, you know, where's my money, and you know, where's,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and where's yeah, where's all
Where's
the hundreds of comments or
the
whatever. But
reactions? Yeah.
yeah,
Hit me
yeah,
okay, where's the feedback? I'm ready. I'm done. I just,
yeah,
I finished this. It's mastered, man.
yeah,
I'm ready to shoot it out
exactly.
there. And then it's
Yeah,
like, you get just kind of, hey, nice job, or
yeah, yeah.
whatever. And then it's kind of, you're like, God dang it, man. I thought it was good, because as an artist, you spend hours producing this thing and
Mm,
you fall in love with it. You have
mm,
to. You have to
mm,
fall in love with it. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I mean that you have gone through the process of putting things in that you love, cutting things out that are crap. And you do this iterative process of getting to a point where you have tweaked it and got it to a point where you like it. And you're like, I like this. I like listening to it. I get satisfaction from listening to it. It's at a point, this thing is fully baked. It's ready to come out of the oven. I'm
mm,
happy with it. And I'm like, this
mm.
is cool. And then
Yeah,
you serve it, and then nobody wants to eat it. Everyone's kind of like going, that's all right.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, sometimes it's just like people won't give it the time of day. I mean, if you've done
mhm,
something of, you know, of yeah, something really good, and I don't know, I guess sometimes if it's like too long form, you know, I do things like I put the whole
mhm,
video up on Instagram, which is like
mhm.
the antithesis of the
Yeah,
Instagram model.
right,
Like you're
right.
supposed to put up, you know, short things first and then
Yeah.
gradually build up. But
Are
I'm
you
just
on
like, yeah,
TikTok too? Are you on TikTok?
yeah.
Because
But
that's even
I don't
shorter.
tell.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's an even smaller nugget. That you
yeah.
gotta,
I do like singing videos on TikTok, but I don't tell anyone about it because it's just for
dude. The
yeah,
the
just
Oompa
for fun.
Loompa song, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, this is the
They're
thing.
freaking
I did that, and I got like a huge my Instagram kind of just
blew
went,
up
yeah, blew up the next day. That was kind
with
of
that.
funny.
You're singing
Yeah,
about poo,
yeah,
and that's your mark.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you really drive it home. You get
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
views. That's
Yeah.
because that's what that says a lot, because that's what people, are want to see. And they're,
Right.
you're like, but
Right.
look, man, I just did this other song here that's just amazing with all this orchestration and this and that. And they're like, I don't give a crap about that.
Yeah.
I want more Oompa Loompa stuff,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but honestly, I mean, but that's why I, one of the first things I said, I know I I'm not saying it like it's more for me. I'm not saying it for anyone else as if it's some hard pill to swallow. But I mean, I'm really getting more and more into this idea of it. I'm not relying. I'm not dwelling. I'm not dwelling on the
Mm-hmm.
facts on how many views it gets or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not counting on it.
Yeah.
I'm not counting on it. I really
Yeah.
have a lot of fun doing it. And I
Mm-hmm.
learn so much every time I do it.
Right.
I put a cover together, and the sort of the camaraderie and getting my friends involved in it as well, and
Yeah.
just being really
Yeah.
proud of it. And
Yeah.
and I was and then thinking like and being really excited for the next thing.
Yeah.
And uh yeah,
Isn't it
that
isn't it
but
about
at the same time I don't want to push this sort of thing of uh not feeling like one deserves
mm-hmm.
recognition. And I'm trying to
Yeah.
articulate this thing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the former and the latter,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
not to
It,
count on things, but you don't have to be so you can still be hungry. Yeah, I
there's a
think.
balance. Yeah. I mean, I think that there's a balance, there's a healthy balance in there with, you know, loving the process,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying what you're doing, regardless of the fact that somebody does or doesn't like it. That there's an element. I mean, I know that for me too, is that like some things I just love creating. I just love to create. I love to listen to what it is that I had created and feel a sense of satisfaction from it. And if nobody likes it or nobody hears it or whatever, then I'm still okay. And there's that element, you know, at the same time that you're also doing this dance with wanting people to be as passionate about it as you are, and not for your ego, but just to share art and just to share something that you hope that somebody is going to be moved by, because that's really, I think, at the core of it is your appreciation and love of music that you have received. You receive, you digest this all the time. You're fulfilled by that with other artists, other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To be able to turn that back around and go, well, I have a gift that I could give too. This is my gift to the world, to the universe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you want people to feel moved by it, because then it's like, hey, I was able to give somebody a gift. Okay, so I got a couple of fun questions for you
Okay,
here.
cool.
So I asked this, and you probably know this question's coming if you watched my other interviews, but if you could have dinner with anybody, living or dead, you could spend some time, just the two of you, sitting there, few hours, just the two of you, who would that person be for you?
Oh my goodness. Is it got to be just one person to have dinner with?
Just one person.
Okay. Um. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. No, I've got a name in mind, but I'm just wondering if it's the right. I'm
Yeah.
thinking Lewis Cole. I'm just gonna say the first thing.
Mm,
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just don't. But the issue with that is that I don't see him as the type to like sit down and dine.
Right?
I don't see him as a diner. Like he'd probably like eat like a bar of butter or something. Like, yeah,
Oh my gosh. I know. Unorthodox dude. Just
yeah,
you don't know. Oh my God, he's out there. He is
Yeah, he
out
is out
there.
there. Yeah.
Oh man. I love those guys. When I
Yeah.
first started hearing Noah, when I started listening to Noah, it was funny because it was like um there was a band that I used to listen to called Motar. I don't know if you've ever heard of this group. They're
No.
an American group from San Francisco. Yeah, I think you'd like them. I'll have to turn you on to them.
A quick Google search.
Oh yeah, bring it up. Motar. I
Okay.
got to know um, Tarek, who's the bass player and kind of the main guy in the group, and
Okay.
uh, we became friends just remotely and messaging each other and stuff. And I asked him who he listens to and who he loved, and he said Noah. And I'm like,
Right.
I've never heard of them. And he goes, you have to look them up because if you like what we do, you got to check out Noah. And then I put Noah on rotation. It was the only thing I listened to for a month straight. I
Yeah.
kept
Yeah.
this
Yep.
stuff on repeat, and
That
I
sounds
was,
about right.
oh my god, I couldn't get enough.
That's the
Couldn't.
way to do it. That's the way to do it.
It's the way, man.
That's the only way to
Oh,
listen to Noah.
oh my
I
god.
think. Mm. Yeah, same. When I was going to uni, as the uni I was talking about,
Mm.
it was Holdsworth, and I was listening to Noah. When I found Noah, I was like, and I don't want to be. I'm going to sound like that guy, but I kind of feel like a bit of an OG fan because I feel like I was listening to them before
Yeah,
everyone else.
yeah.
But like no one was hyping them. I would show them to people, and no one was hyping them
Yep,
at the time. I was listening
yep.
to like their first EPs.
Yeah, yeah.
Time,
Mm.
was it Time? It's the one with Time Traveler on it, and the other one.
Government knows.
No, it was before
It
that.
was before that.
Yeah, but before
So
that's
Time
their album.
Traveler. And what about
And Think Thoughts.
oh
That is a
yeah.
sick. That is such
Oh
a
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
That is so good.
His drum parts were like, I remember listening to it and go, is that a mistake? I'm listening to his
Yeah.
timing is so bizarre on the drums. Like,
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
drop like a 16th note on this?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the hell's
yeah,
going on? And I'm like, no, it's all intentional. But
yeah.
he's a drummer, you know. And
It's
then I saw him
bonkers.
play. And I'm
Yeah,
like, holy smokes, this guy's insane. Yeah.
yeah. And it's
Um,
like yeah, it's like why does the kick drum sound so
yeah. The kick.
like trashy, like
Yeah.
oversaturated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, and his hits on the kick were just in weird ass places, man. It's like the kick was like in
yeah.
weird places, and it's like, gosh, that's the yeah. He's
I
just
was yeah, I remember showing it to friends, and some friends of mine were just like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was obsessed with it.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "No, dude, you gotta." It's because I was like, it's so unique, and it
Oh
sounds
man,
kind of, it sounds crazy, and I really like the sort of the trashy sound, and it was really
yeah.
fun to see some interviews of him after,
Mm,
like how he recorded them. It's just so great, using
yeah.
his laptop on the floor,
Oh my
to
gosh, I
record his
know.
drum kit. Yeah,
Overtime. I love that tune.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, everything they put out. It's just he's
Do you
just
know? That comes from their cover of Burn.
what. Wait, what?
Yeah. And we're gonna let it burn, burn, burn,
Oh,
burn. That.
really?
Yeah, and then the chords for that turned
Oh,
into overtime. And that was
no
yeah.
kidding.
And that's the first song I heard by them. It just
Okay.
I was just scrolling about, minding my own business on YouTube, and then it comes up on the next,
Wow.
and I was like gobsmacked. I was like, this is the
Wow.
thickest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, yeah,
Oh my God. Well,
yeah,
that's a
really
good
cool.
pick. Yeah, I don't know if you would actually sit down at the dinner table Yeah, he probably would have a bagel shoved in his pants for later and that kind of a thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But that still would be fun just to be able to sit and
yeah,
chat with the guy and just get inside his head.
yeah.
Yeah,
The first thought was Jacob Collier as well, because
yeah, yeah. Two guys that Jonah
yeah,
Nilsson is good friends with, both of
yeah,
these guys. Um, so it was fascinating when he was telling me that, these are guys that are friends of his, and that on top of it, that Lewis Cole came to the Dirty Loop show, and he didn't really realize that was, Lewis Cole, and he's like, is that Lewis Cole? But
oh
he was
yeah,
a
yeah,
fan of Dirty Loops. Lewis Cole's a
right,
fan. I mean, if
right,
if you're the object of Lewis Cole's uh
yeah, for
affection and love
sure.
of what you do, that's amazing.
I've
So
heard a lot of stuff about him through Carl, because him and Carl were very close as well.
uh oh
So,
what
well,
yeah.
I say close. They were actually like writing music together.
Jonah
Carl
or
Morner, no, Carl Morner, the guitarist on that played on yeah, the cover I did of Lithium.
yeah, he knows Lewis Cole or Jonah Nilsson.
Well, both. Because
Oh,
he's good friends with Dirty Loops.
oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he's
yes,
he's
yes.
like really
Wow.
good friends with Henrik, and
Okay.
but then like
Wow.
Carl, yeah, Carl, like if you check out his Facebook, he's been posting like really awesome stuff for a while,
Mm.
and yeah, him and Lewis Cole got in contact, and he told me that they were like writing music together. I was like, dude, you have to send me what you guys have
Oh
been
my
doing.
God.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh gosh.
but
Okay.
yeah,
So you're talking about going out on the road, talking about doing some live stuff. Who would
uh-huh.
your dream band be? Let's say you could have
Oh,
anybody in your
oh,
band,
anyone? Okay.
anyone in your band,
Oh shit.
again, alive or no longer with us. Who would be in all the spots? What would you, first of all, what would you want to be
Uh
manning? Are you guitar player in this group? Are you singing in this group?
yeah,
And who
I'd be playing guitar and singing, I
Okay.
think.
Who
Yeah.
who who would you surround yourself with?
Okay. I would have. Actually, I want to. I should probably have like two drummers or something,
Yeah,
something ridiculous like that.
yeah, you could.
And
That'd be. Oh, I'm curious to
yeah,
know who those two drummers
it's
would
like
be, and if they're
yeah, yeah.
simpatico, and if they're able to play with each other.
Uh, yeah, because it's like because I've gone in contact with Jonathan and Carl, and I was looking up to those guys for a while, and
Mm.
I was like a Facebook fan
Oh,
of theirs,
wow,
for a while, and then I actually and then I ended up getting to meet them, and
wow,
then
yeah,
so
yeah,
Carl on guitar,
wow,
and
yeah,
but now it's kind of weird to say because they're dear friends of mine, but anyway,
yeah.
um, um,
But they're not exempt because I mean,
they're not
just
exempt because they're
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, they're
They're world
amazing.
class. They're
Yeah,
world class musicians. So I'd have Jonathan on drums, but then I'd also have Lewis Cole
yeah.
on drums as well. And maybe Lewis Cole could like go to keyboards and then. Oh no, hang on.
No, he
Okay,
could be
only
on the.
because of.
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna switch Lewis Cole for Nate Wood. I think Nate Wood would be the drummer.
Oh no. Okay. Who's Nate?
Uh,
Nate Wood? How
so
do I know?
Nate Wood is everyone says that he looks like Putin,
No, but
but he's a drummer who plays for a band called Kneebody.
oh, I don't know if I know him.
Yeah, oh, he's amazing, and he plays with Lewis Cole as well. He plays in the Lewis Cole band.
Oh,
They became friends, and
oh.
I've even heard because Kneebody have a K
Mm-hmm.
before
Mm-hmm.
and apparently like them using K before the as the first silent letter is like kind of a joke,
Yes,
like
like
a running
nowhere.
joke. Yeah. So
Yeah,
apparently it's both those bands like did it
that is
like on a running
cool.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do
So
SKEB with a K in front.
Actually, low key, I kind of have the K in there because of that reason. Low key.
It just comes after the S.
Yeah, yeah, it just comes after the yes,
You're
yeah,
right. You do
yeah,
have that already. You got
yeah,
that
yeah.
going on. That's great.
But
Silent
it's actually
K.
kind of did. I kind of use it because I liked that the fact that it had a K in it. But just to clarify, it's actually a name that my friends made for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. They just they it's because they just to take the piss out of me basically because it
Yeah.
sounds like a because Skeb kind of sounds like sounds a horrible. I don't know. I don't know if the K,
Yeah.
sounds like yeah, sounds like a weird name, but
That's funny.
yeah. So uh yeah, I'd have Nate Wood. I'd have Nate Wood on
Yeah.
drums, Carl Morner on guitar. Um oh, you know what?
Hmm.
I'd have I'd have three guitars. So me, including me, three guitarists. Raphael Trujillo.
Oh, okay.
Raphael
Okay.
Trujillo.
Okay.
Have you seen
And
him?
he's a guitar player?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
He's
think I've seen him. Is
insane.
he's gosh, why haven't I heard of him? I got to check this guy out.
Yeah, he's like Holdsworth.
Oh
He's like
man.
another Holdsworth. So I'd have like two very like Holdsworth guitarists, but
And you, which
yeah,
is
or me, or which is what I don't know what that is,
which is
but like
your Holdsworth influenced as
yeah,
well.
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he plays in like this band called Obsidious, who are they're like a tech
Mm.
death metal band, but it's
Oh.
really awesome,
Oh
amazing
yeah.
playing. Yeah.
Oh wow. Who's on bass?
Oh, fucking hell. I instantly thought Henrik Linder.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
I'm just trying to think of this. Yeah, I think
Henrik.
Henrik Linder would be a
Oh,
good
you
one.
can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Or Jacob Pastorius, just for
Oh.
because
Oh.
I haven't said any guys from. I've just been mentioning contemporary guys.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Boy.
uh, who else? I don't know why Steve Hunt just came to my mind now for
Mm.
keyboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Just so I
that's
could
right.
get
On
to
keys.
ask him. Yeah, I get to ask him questions.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, so
That's great.
that's a good band.
That's a pretty kick-ass band. I would
Yeah, yeah,
definitely come see this band.
yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. So what do you got like what are you working on now? What are you currently involved
um,
in? What are you working? Because you said you were hitting it pretty hard in the studio these
yeah,
days.
yeah, and there's quite a few things have been I'm due to do some like a more collaborative stuff as well that I've been asked
Hmm.
to do, and it's kind of been piling up because I'm sort of
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
finishing a song right now.
Yeah.
Um uh yeah, I've sort of a lot of people have been asking me to do an album,
Hmm.
and I've never thought of doing an album. For
Yeah.
some reason, albums are just so out of
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
cultural sphere because it's just not how
Yeah.
I've consumed very few albums basically.
Hmm.
There are some albums that that I've listened to all the way through, but it's
Yeah.
far and few between.
Yep.
But people have been asking me to do that, so I'm thinking of doing two more, one more, max two more songs right now that I'm finishing off, just to package everything I've done so far and just put it as an album, just to wrap it up.
Hmm.
And then I've got so many song ideas for after that
Oh.
as well. So,
More
but
covers on the
I just want
horizon?
to, yeah,
Mm.
actually, yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to balance it out with doing originals as well. Because I
Yeah.
just got so many. I've got so many. I've got a hard drive like full of like original songs that I just really want to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, that. And so there's going to be some more No Name Faces songs as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm. So you're playing with them right now, right? You're solidly in that group,
Yeah,
gigging with them right now, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Well, we've done one show, but I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
I did like because they're kind of like a new kind of band as well.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to um get things. They had another guy singing, and they were trying to get things. They were sort of ready to get kicking off before the pandemic hit, and then it hit, and then I kind of like doing projects that aren't mine. It's almost like a healthy
Oh
thing for
yeah.
me,
Yeah. That's
where I'm
good.
just very much like um happy with someone else making the final decisions and
Yeah.
me not having to be so attached to everything.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that
it's
makes
it's
sense.
yeah,
Well, it's good because you get exposed to a lot of different things when you play with different people and you get into different projects. So it's a learning thing too, you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're all killer musicians. The guitarist, I've probably told you already, Morgan, who started the band, he's like an insane bebop player.
Oh my God. In
He's
the
so hum.
context of metal,
Yeah, he
I
doesn't. I
freaking
mean,
love that,
like
dude.
he doesn't do it in No Name Faces, and maybe
Yeah.
he should though, because
He
like
sh he should
I've
every
gone.
once in a while just
Yeah.
drop in freaking.
Actually, he does do some little things, but he like went to uni with Dirty Loops, and he went to
Oh my God.
the Royal Academy of
Oh.
Stockholm. Yeah.
Oh
So
wow.
he like plays badminton with Aaron
Oh my God, that's
from Dirty
awesome.
Loops and
Oh
stuff.
my God. Oh, they all know
Yeah.
each other. My God.
Yeah, they all know each other. Yeah,
That's
it's
so
wild.
cool. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, that'd be killer for him getting into it and then dropping into like a dominant bebop lick right
Yeah.
in the middle of a metal,
Yeah,
right in the
exactly.
middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes from harmonic minor to dominant bebop lick, you know.
Yeah. He's actually ridiculously good. It's like
Oh my
bebop.
God.
It's kind of it's great. And he's like really like low key about it.
Oh
But
God. I'd love to
yeah.
hear him play that stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Well, man, thank you so much for sitting and chatting with you. I mean, you know how we are, dude. I mean, it's like our messaging is even like oh, 2 hours went by, 3 hours
Yeah,
went by.
right.
It's so easy to talk with you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time, and I know you got a lot of stuff going on. You're a busy guy and all that. But we'll pick up this again, part two in Barcelona when I come out.
Yes. Yes.
We'll hook up. Hopefully we'll be able to hook up when I'm out there. That would be a blast to you know
Yeah,
uh
that'll be really great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
yeah. So anyway, dude, thank you so much for spending time with me and delving deep into your world and also giving me those freaking pearls of wisdom regarding music and composition and all that stuff, dude. I so appreciate it. And I know, the musicians on the channel are going to get a lot out of that too. I look forward to doing more reactions to your videos, dude. And yeah, we will stay in contact. And man, have a good evening. And it's I what time is it now over there?
Oh, it's like
Listen,
I shouldn't be
four.
looking, it's 4:30.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
Just the right time to start writing and recording.
Exactly. Yeah, just time to have breakfast.
Yeah. All right, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll catch up again real soon, man.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Cool.
Catch you later,
See
man.
ya.
Bye bye.
See ya. Bye bye. Bye bye.